Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Nellie.
Natalie.
Natalie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Ah, wonderful. I understand you're interested in the lesson today.
Love one.
Before we get involved in the lesson, there's some very important questions I need to ask you. Number one, are there any medical issues or surgeries that you've had that I should be made aware of with any of your joints or anything?
No, minor knee surgery years ago, but I'm fine.
Does it affect your golf swing at all? Okay, so ankles, you said which knee? Your left knee.
No, it was mine.
Right knee, okay. Hips, back, shoulders, wrists, neck. Wow, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Tell me, how long have you been playing golf?
I've been playing golf. I thought about it this afternoon. It's almost 30 years.
30 years. Continuous? Excellent. It's probably the only sport you can still play another 30 years and just enjoy it as much.
Absolutely.
Good. As I'm going to ask you some more questions, we're going to go through a stretching process.
Good.
Do you regularly practice or stretch before you go out and practice or play?
Slightly.
Okay. I highly recommend you do this. You don't want to go into it cold.
Right.
Okay. You don't want to hurt yourself.
I am older.
Okay. So if it's okay, and please stop this if you can't do it, but typically you want to just bring the club up in the air and stretch to the side. You should kind of feel a little pulling. And again, if this hurts at all, go ahead and stop and bring it on down the hamstrings a little bit, and go ahead and twist at the hip. Try not to bounce. Good. Everything good?
Yeah. Never done any of this. Ever.
Well, hopefully you'll start making this a practice.
I like it.
Do it regularly.
Yeah.
If you can bring the club around your back, widen your stance a little bit, and just take the club and twist. Again, no bounce. And in your case, you want the butt to aim toward the ground. And bring it to the other side. All we're doing is mimicking the swing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you, on your right knee, if you can have some bend to it. So imagine, go ahead and set up to neutral and have a slight bend in your knee. Okay, and then make your twist. There you go. There you go. You want to match your swing. Good. Everything okay? Wonderful.
Very good.
Wonderful.
Never done that before either. Amazing.
Hopefully you will incorporate it in your stretching.
Sensible.
Okay. If I could take a quick look at your clubs. I see you've got some Callaways
X18s.
X18s. What's the guesstimate? How old are these?
Almost 10.
10 years old. And were they custom fitted for you?
Just probably bought off the shelf.
Bought off the rack?
Ladies' clubs.
Okay. How do you feel about these clubs? I mean, do you feel like you're getting the performance out of them?
I like them. I've always felt secure with my irons.
Okay.
That I know what hits what distance.
Okay. I'm going to suggest that you consider, and hopefully this lesson today will encourage you to do what I'm getting ready to recommend, and that is consider updating the clubs. The technology has changed. I see in your bag that you've got a 4-iron, you've got a 5-iron out here. The club faces are smaller. So with my 5-iron and your 5-iron, you know, there's a difference.
And why?
Just that the technology has changed. If you think about it, the sweet spot, do you know what the sweet spot is? Do you have any idea how big that sweet spot is?
Like right there.
Okay, you're thinking about the size of a dime?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the sweet spot's actually about that big. So it's much smaller than you think. But the technology's changed with the club as well as the ball in that you don't necessarily have to hit it on the sweet spot to to get a good hit, you can hit around it, like in the dime size, and still hit a good shot. Okay?
Okay.
The difference also in the back of the club, and probably the most important difference is that it's getting difficult to hit long irons, so you may want to consider investing in hybrids, which are much more forgiving. They're loaded in the back of the club, easier to hit. So that's a possibility. Something for you to consider.
Okay. It's a good consideration.
Okay. For today's purposes, I see you have your 5-iron out. What would you like to achieve today as your goal?
To hit it.
To hit it. Okay. Can
And
you
to hit it well.
Okay. Can you describe for me a little bit more about what you mean by hitting it? Are you wanting to hit it straighter? Are you wanting to hit it more up in the air? Are you wanting to get more distance with it? All of the above? Can we concentrate? We agree to concentrate on one thing at a
Yes,
time?
exactly.
Because if we work on 3 things,
A path of it.
okay, so you want your ball flight
Yes.
to be straighter?
Yes.
Okay. If we work on 3 different things, odds are there's going to be so much information thrown at you, you won't remember anything. So if we work, for instance, you suggested your ball flight, having a straighter ball flight. When we concentrate and work and achieve your goal today of doing that, and it becomes automatic and you don't have to think about it anymore, then you can work on another part of your issue, which would be distance or trajectory or something like that.
They go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So your goal today is to hit a straighter ball. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get some balls out here, but if you will hold on for just one moment, I'm going to make sure it's safe to swing and move these clubs out of your way. Okay, and hey, take you a couple of practice swings as if the ball was in front of you. Good.
Whoops, I missed you.
Okay.
I could tell that was.
Okay, good. Have you ever had lessons from a professional before?
A few.
A few.
Yes.
Most recent?
It's been a bit.
Couple years?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel you got anything out of the lessons?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I need to practice with her.
Okay. That's probably, would that be your downfall?
Probably.
Okay. So we know that just like everything else, you know, the downfall is you're not practicing enough. Were there any other sports you participated in besides golf?
Oh, basketball, volleyball, high school.
Basketball and volleyball. So you have really good eye-hand coordination. Good. Outside of golf, what is your absolute favorite thing to do? Hobby-wise, it could be reading, crocheting,
Knitting.
crosswords. You love to knit. So again, you got some eye-hand coordination. Wonderful. Okay, so what I would like for you to do is pick a target down the line here.
Okay.
Hit a couple of balls. What I'm going to do is look at your swing and your body from 3 different sides so I can possibly make some suggestions in order to achieve your goal, which was to hit a straighter ball.
Okay.
Okay?
That'd be great.
So whenever you're ready. Okay? How'd that, you like that or?
No, it wasn't a great shot.
Wasn't a great shot.
I
Tell
did-
me what was not great about that.
Well, I connected, but it didn't feel solid.
Okay? Did it go straight?
Yes, it did actually.
Okay. Okay, tell me about that one.
That felt okay,
Okay.
I guess. I mean, I hit it, and this is a club I'm not hitting very well ever.
Okay.
It's like it has a curse on it.
Okay.
I could hit 6, 4, but no 5.
Okay. So when you don't hit it well, what happens? Because so far you've hit 2 balls.
Uh-huh.
They've gone straight.
Right.
One of them you said you hit okay. Actually, the 2 you said were okay.
Right. I guess they're better than I expected them to be.
Okay.
But,
All right, so hit.
but I don't think they went where a 5 iron should go.
Okay.
As far as the distance of it, meaning I'm not in my head hitting it solid.
Okay. But again, just to remind me, we want to hit a straight ball.
Right.
Okay. So if we hit a straight ball, we're going to pick up distance
Okay.
versus hitting a ball that
Exactly.
breaks to the right, slices, or a hook, right?
Right.
So ideally we want to hit a straight ball, which increases our distance,
Right.
okay?
Oy. That's what it normally does.
That was an OV, huh?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, so you said that's what it normally does.
Right.
So your
Just not a
ball
good shot.
is probably within 10 yards, started veering off to the right,
Right.
kind of a slice. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Exactly.
And as you noticed, we lost distance here,
Yes, we did.
right?
Right.
Okay, so hit me one more, and if you would, let's use that 100-yard marker right down the line
Okay.
as your target.
Okay.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, what would you think of that?
It was the best because I aimed right toward the 100-yard marker, but a 5 iron should go further than 100 yards.
Okay. Okay. So there's a couple of things that I've noticed.
Okay.
I would like for you to go ahead and hold the club as if you're going to swing it. Good. Now, imagine there's a ball right where your club face is.
Okay.
Now go ahead and take your proper posture. Okay. So let's narrow your stance a little bit. Okay. Now I would like for you to and by a hair, what I'd like for you to do is just move up a hair closer. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Good. Last, most important thing is I need you to relax. Your shoulders are way up here. Okay? Well, when you swing the club and bring the club down, your shoulders aren't here,
I
right?
actually felt it in my shoulder once you said that.
So you're tense.
I am.
You're wanting to just,
Knock the crap out of
right?
it.
We want to be relaxed. Okay, so imagine there's a ball in front of your club again. Okay, and I need you to exhale before you bring the club back. Your shoulders are not as high. Okay, well when your shoulders rise up, your arm is straight, and you should have a little bit of flex in your elbows. Okay, and now your shoulder is relaxed.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, imagine there's a ball there and make your swing. What do you think? Okay, relax.
That's so interesting.
Okay, so those 2 swings, you did what I call sweep the grass.
Right.
And the maintenance people, course people, love it because when I swing the club, I'm just sweeping the grass. So I'm literally just trimming the grass for them, right?
Right.
But my shoulders aren't up there,
Right.
right? So before every shot, including my putting stroke, I will literally exhale through my nose or my mouth so I can get everything to relax. Again, when we hit the ball, we're down here. But when we're setting up to it, your shoulders are up here, okay? Those 2 practice swings, you swept the grass.
Right.
The other hits, you see these divots?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're hitting the ground before you're hitting the ball, which slows the club down, right? I also got you to narrow your stance. Your stance
Yeah, I
was way out here,
Interesting.
right?
Yeah.
So when you narrowed your stance, you stood up a little bit straighter, and I had you move up just a hair, so that you had more proper posture, which is knees slightly bent, bum out, and back straight.
Shoulders down.
Shoulders relaxed, right? And you made a much better, smoother swing.
Nice.
It's a piece of cake, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, again, aiming for that 100-yard mark. Let's see how this works for you. And we can talk through it. Narrow our stance. Okay. Yep. Awesome. Good. Okay, narrow your stance just a hair. Okay. Step just a hair bit closer. Hair bit closer to the ball. No. Your whole body closer to the ball. Just a hair. Good. Relax. Relax. There you go. Relax your your left shoulder. Exhale through your nose and swing. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
So now, don't worry. Here's the beauty about
get up
this. Now you're thinking about just those couple of things I told you about, right?
Right.
I want you to relax. I want you to lay the club on the ground.
Oh.
No, just literally lay it on the ground.
Oh.
Okay. Now you've thought about all this, right?
Right.
Our brain's just going, yeah. Right? Take your right hand, touch your left knee. Left hand, right knee. Okay? What this does is that it is literally making both sides of the brain work and not just one. So we're putting our brain in neutral, right? So we don't want to overthink it. All right? Pick up your club. Take a couple of deep breaths, and I want you to shake it out. Just literally. I need you to relax everything. Okay? Go ahead and pick your target down the line. Set your feet. Good. Step just a hair bit closer to the there you go. Relax your shoulders. Exhale through your nose or your mouth. Okay? Almost. I actually saw, before you brought the club back, I actually saw you raise your elbow.
Really?
Your shoulder.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay? Okay? So, don't swing yet.
Okay.
Not yet until I tell you. Relax. Relax. Swing. Okay? Now, I haven't even looked to see where the ball went because I was concentrating on you just relaxing your left shoulder. Okay? If you continually you're just going to be so tense. You're going to be exhausted at the end of the round.
You're so right.
And then
supposed to
you're
have
going to
fun.
get those shots, right? Okay. So you like to knit,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So when you knit, the first time you started knitting, I mean, were you just like, right? But over time, you
Right.
realize that doesn't work. So you started just relaxing, and it's amazing how quicker it went. The pattern was what you wanted, and the result was exactly what you wanted, right? But you started out here, I'm sure, and it took
Probably.
time,
Mhm.
but you practiced. Then you started relaxing and said, oh man, you know, this really does work, okay. And then boom, you went and you did a blanket in a day and a half, right?
I finished one yesterday. So
Well, you finished one yesterday, okay? So, what I'd like for you to do is you stand over the ball. I don't want you to think about the things you have to do. I want you to come back here behind the ball as you're looking at your target, right? This is where you think about what you want to do. And it's everything you're going to think about is positive, okay? It's never going to be don't raise your shoulder
Right.
or don't do this. Excuse me. You're going to be, okay, I'm going to relax, exhale, relax my shoulders, Nice even tempo. Once you've got that in your head, no more thinking when you go to address the ball.
Okay.
This is where you think about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
Exhale. Step up to the ball. Find your target. Relax. Okay, what do you think?
I hit it better. And
Okay.
I have made better contact,
Okay,
and my shoulders don't hurt right now from hitting the ball.
good. Now, I still see you have quite a bit of divot, right?
I did.
So let's do a practice swing before you just automatically run up to the ball. You want your practice swing to actually copy your actual swing. That was a great swing,
Thank you.
okay? You swept the grass. Another great swing. Ideally, you want your practice swing again to match your actual swing. So if you're taking a practice swing and you do this, don't walk up to your ball and hit it.
Never.
Take another practice swing. Make sure that's what you want. One, maybe two swings of what you want, and then hit the ball, because your mind will remember that. That's what it felt like. Good.
Holy cow. That was a great shot.
Holy
That
smokes!
was much better.
And you
I
relaxed.
did. Oh, that was
You
so
let
cool.
the club do the work.
That was so smart.
You didn't try to help, right? What were you thinking about as you stepped over the ball?
No.
It's that easy.
Yeah. Just swang, if that's a word.
Yep, you swung the club, and then you took some practice swings. Your mind remembered that positive swing of what you wanted to do. Without thinking, you step right up to the ball, and boom, you do it.
Yeah, that felt
Okay.
real good.
So, take you some practice swings. Okay, that's not quite what the others were.
No.
Okay, there's another oi.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you, and I saw this, can you tell me what possibly caused that shot?
Was I tensed and not relaxed hitting it?
Okay, so you kind of deviated back to what you were prior to the suggestions I made. Your stance got wide again, okay?
Okay.
And you were a little far away from the ball, okay? And then the last thing was that shoulder came up.
Yeah.
So I do this in every single shot that I make. It's called a pre-shot routine. I do the same thing over and over to where I don't even have to think about doing it anymore, because it's muscle memory, right? So I literally take my practice swings. Nope. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay? I know what I want. So I then stand behind the ball looking at my target, shake everything off, think about nothing but positive. Once I've thought about it and I got it in my head, come back here, stand over the ball, do my pre-shot routine, make sure that my stance is right, my posture's right. Last thing I do before I swing the club is I exhale, because I want to be relaxed, right?
Okay.
Now we know it works for you, right?
Right.
It's proven,
Yeah.
okay? So let's give it a shot. And if you like, I would like for you to talk me through this, so I can make sure you understand what
Okay.
all this means.
All right. My stance. 100 yards.
For your target, okay?
So I need to bring my feet in slightly.
Narrower stance, good,
A little closer.
good.
No. Too much sweep.
Sweep the grass, good. Good. Now,
Now walk up to my ball and do the same thing.
okay,
Narrow my stance.
good,
A little closer.
good. Okay. Kind of fell back. You know what though? good miss. You didn't quite hit it flush, but your ball went straight. You know, it didn't slice or it didn't fade. So would you agree that we're already starting to make strides toward your goal?
I feel it.
Okay. So you love to knit.
Yes.
Describe how far we've come in your lesson from golf compared to knitting a blanket.
Halfway there.
Halfway there. Okay, we almost got the blanket done, right?
Yeah.
And it's not something you're going to get overnight,
No.
right? How are you going to achieve it?
Practice.
Practice, and you practice the same thing over and over and over. Okay? All right. So when you play golf, do you typically play 9 or 18 holes?
18.
You play 18 holes. What is your average score for 18 holes?
88, 92.
88 to 92. Did we achieve your goal today of hitting a straighter ball?
Yes.
Okay.
Because what you taught me is a better fundamental than what I was doing.
Okay.
Is what I see.
Okay. By achieving your goal today and you practicing this, how much do you think you can drop off your score from an 88 to a 92?
Well,
Realistically.
Realistically, this would be a second shot. If I could make a green in regulation more, then definitely my strokes would come down.
Okay. Okay. How many strokes would you like to drop?
At least 5.
Realistically, in what, a 6-month period? Okay. You think it can be done? I have no doubt that it can be done.
Thank you.
I mean, just in this short period of time, you've improved immensely. So it's just practice.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
If there's anything else I can do, please feel free to contact me. I would love to be able to help you. And have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you very
I
much.
appreciate it.
All
Thank you,
righty.
Nellie.